Well, hello, everyone. It's Friday, May the 30th, 2025. I am Doug. It's time once again to play some Wordle. And of course, it's Fearless Friday. That means we do two things on the show for the benefit of those who may be newer to this community. First thing we do on Fearless Friday is we open our settings and turn on hard mode. That's right. No evaluation words allowed today if you should need them. I mentioned we do two things to make things challenging. We also pick suboptimal starting words. And our good friend Boombox PT wrote in referring to a previous solve that went from a back to gland. Nicely done. Another quest done. Why not quest? That's right. And it's, a word with Q and U. So that always feels good for Fearless Friday. And you know what? What do you know? On the heels of a QU word yesterday, quash, why not keep the fun going by starting off with quest? So I think that'd be kind of timely and interesting. So here we go. Let's see if we can solve another Fearless Friday puzzle with the quest. And nope, nothing. And that's okay. You see that often on Fearless Friday because we try to pick tricky words. So it's not a problem. Now, the good news on this is I can pick any word I want. Open board. So let's see. What do we want to try here? How about... let's do with what I imagine sometimes when my humor gets a little corny, everyone groans. So let's go with groan as our second guess. That's two of our remaining three classic vowels looked at with G, R, and N. That's actually quite a good second guess, if I do say so myself. Perhaps we'll top off a 10-minute plus episode yesterday with a quick Fearless Friday. We've had it happen before. Is the answer to today's puzzle the word groan? No, it's not. But okay, a little bit at a time. Boy, we're moving slow here. We've got a single letter O out of position. So a couple things I wonder when I see this board, right? Unless there is, I'm interested in the Y more than the I. I'm also wondering is there any possibility of like a double O where a blank O is a possibility maybe too? I wonder about that. So this is kind of something that crosses my mind. What would be a case of something where you can have a double L? So you would want something like, just do a quick visualization here. O blank. What's a good ending word for something like that? I don't know about L. Usually something like N might be good, but we've expended that. Yeah, see, T like robot, but we spended the R and the T. So now I'm not really sure how excited I am about that prospect. Yeah, I think I'm talking myself out of that, to be honest with you. Now, the other possibility is forget that O, but maybe a Y at the end. What about OLLY? The old OLLY scenario. So look at that. That would get you lolly, holly, molly, folly. A lot of possibilities there, huh? Boy, and that would be a nightmare because we cannot do evaluation words today. And we might have more possibilities than guesses, wouldn't we? So I feel like I have to give this a go, but with some degree of trepidation to be sure. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's right. Is there any way to mitigate this? So let me just see here again. To review, lolly, polly. I don't know. Polly would be a name. I'm not sure if that would actually be what I would be thinking. So maybe lolly, folly, golly is out. Molly, not sure. So maybe we survive here. I think I'm going to start with folly. Because again, we're not even really sure that that's the direction. But it seems interesting to me. So let's give it a go. Is the answer to today's puzzle the word folly? No, it's not. And no, we are not doing the OLLY trip. Oh, my. Oh, my goodness. And no Y either. So this is really getting to be strange. Where is the O? And how would a double O look if they're not in the second or third spot? This is a very strange board that's rolling out here. Okay. Very strange board. What do I test for? I mean, I guess I'm interested in the first spot. I'm also interested in the fourth spot. Oh, that's right. We do have a letter I. You know what? I forgot all about the I. Oh, I forgot all about the I, didn't I? Oh, so maybe I'm looking at could an O be at the end with two I's? Are we looking at something like this? Let's see. I feel like I'm in the right area here. Something feels good about this. One of the it could be just one I. Is there any two letters I could put between I and O here that make any sense? IZZO. Is there a double consonant possibly? Would that be hippo? Could hippo be the answer? I mean, I only have 3 guesses left, so I kind of have to... we can't afford to keep being stuck in the proverbial mud here. But hippo is an example of something that could potentially be a possibility here. But hippo in the fourth guess, that's like, doesn't feel confidence-inspiring. But on the other side of the coin, look at all the things that we've ruled out. TRNSL. So all of the 5 Wheel of Fortune bonus round letters are out. This does exercise the I. It doesn't test for a double O, though. But it does and it doesn't, right? It rules out the different possibilities for a double O considerably. It shortens them. And after the H and the I and the P, I'm looking at what letters are left, and there's not a lot. So while there's only 2 guesses left, if this is not hippo, I don't feel like there's an infinite number of possibilities I have to get lucky between. Or could it be kiddo? So it could be kiddo if the I and the O lock in green, for what it's worth. If the I and the O lock in green, I think it's hippo or kiddo. All right, and either way, it sounds like we're going to make some progress here. So once again, for the second night in a row, things are getting a little spicy. Is the answer to today's puzzle the word hippo? No, it's not. And oh my goodness, nothing. The O still out of position. There is an I, but that too out of position. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. I need to know where this O is. If the O is in the fourth spot, the I can't be in the fifth spot. So so let's do a quick visualization. I blank blank O blank. The problem here is I don't know what the last letter would be. What would make sense there? Now, okay, so actually, hold on. Let me see if you put the, hold on. If you put the I here, IOD can't be void because we tested the O in the third spot. So the problem here is axiom doesn't work because we tested the A, right? IOM, axiom, boy, if it wasn't for the A, I'd be running to that. Again, the I can't be at the end. Wow. Is there any world where it could be the other way around? Where the O is in the front and maybe the I is towards the end here? Could it be O blank blank something? OMMOWWODD. I'm wondering about that. But I don't see anything. OZZ? No. Maybe the I in the middle. Could Orion, but we tested the R in the end. All right, so what if, I'll play it out. What if there was two O's? What's possibilities exist here? Odium? ODIOM? Is it something like that? Is it could it be odium? ODIOM? Could it be idiom? Could it be idiom? It could. You could have two I's. What about idiom? Oh, that fits, doesn't it? Ooh, that's tricky. That's the most confidence-inspiring guess I've seen so far. So here's what's delicious about this. You're pretty much guaranteed to know all about the I. You're guaranteed to know about the O. And we'll take two more consonants off the table. If it's not idiom, I don't have a plan if it's not idiom for our last guess, but this feels super, super, super good. What a crazy word, though, if this is the answer. Wow. All right, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to lock it in. Here's hoping. Is the answer to today's puzzle the word idiom? Yes, it is. Whew. I said earlier this week, we were just cutting through puzzles. We had, I believe, a 3-guess solve, a 2-guess solve, a 3-guess solve. I'm like, no one's going to watch this channel anymore. There's nothing to see. And I had a feeling that we shouldn't take it for granted. I was right. Quash and idiom on back-to-back puzzles in thrillers, as they say. Oh, guys, I'm getting older. You can't do this to me. Well, folks, thank you so much for watching. I hope if you haven't subscribed yet, I've earned your subscription. I really appreciate that. We're marching towards 7,000. Tomorrow is Saturday, and not soon enough. And hopefully we'll make some magic. You know why? We're going to start with the word magic. So hopefully that'll be a fun time. Well, folks, once again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow for some more Wordle.